Hi, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for practicing, for being here, for showing up for yourself today. Okay, so this is going to be a little mini yoga retreat. You can do at home, okay? You don't have to go anywhere for this one. We're going to start with some movement. We're going to move into Yin, and then we're going to finish with a Yoga Nidra practice. So if you can block out some time for this, or if you need to do a section and pause it, come back to it later, that's great too. Always make sure you're okay to practice any type of yoga and exercise before you start, okay? Check with your healthcare provider. If you have 2 towels or 2 blankets, if you want to grab them, we'll definitely use those. Blocks are always useful, so if you have those too, you don't need them for this practice, but if you have them, sometimes they're nice to have nearby, maybe some water, some tea or something. Okay, we are going to start in easy seated pose. So if you want to take one of your blankets or towels, and we're going to use that as a cushion to sit up on. If you want to take 2 of them, that's even better. I feel like I need 2 today. So if you feel any roundness in your back, you will want to sit up on a blanket. Another check is to take your hands to your hips. If your fingertips are below, so if your knee's higher than your fingertips, you're going to want to set up on something. Because I am setting up on something, mine are below my fingertips now, so that's where we want them. And then just kind of roll your knees down a little, snuggle in there. We're going to get really long in your back. Tuck your chin, take your ears over your shoulders. Extend through the back of your head, through your crown. Maybe feel some lift in your armpits as you bring your shoulders down. Okay. So the focus of this mini retreat is adaptability, is flow, maybe going with the flow, adapting when we need to, recognizing when we can't change things. Okay. So we're going to start with a Jala Mudra, just a mudra for water, adaptability. So how you do it is you bring your thumb to your pinky finger, like that. And then you just extend your other 3 fingers out and just let the back of your hands rest on your knees. Taking your nice tall posture here. We're just going to check in with ourselves. We're going to see whatever weather pattern we brought with us to this little mini yoga retreat. And we're just going to notice it. We're not going to do anything with it. We're just going to put it in a little bag and set it in the corner. It'll be there when we're done. Maybe we'll be in a better mindset to deal with it, depending on what that weather pattern might be. But for now, it can wait, okay? And just start to think about your breath and become aware of your breath. Become aware of where you feel your breath the most in your body. And if your mind starts creating thoughts, which is exactly what it's supposed to do, just bring your attention back to your breath. It's not doing anything wrong. But we don't have to jump to whatever thought it's creating. We can control our awareness and our attention to our own breath. Notice the length of your breath. Notice the depth of your breath. Notice the space in between your breath. Let's start to bring your palms together at your heart center now in Anjali Mudra. You can tuck your chin down, bow to your heart. Softly blink your eyes open. Interlace your fingers, and we're going to press your hands away from you at shoulder height. Tuck your chin down and just lift your left shoulder up, and then your right. We're going to do a little flowy, dancey in honor of our adaptability and flow practice here, okay? Bring your arms up above you, drop your shoulders down, spread your hands out, and then imagine you're pressing things away here, right? Creating that space. We're going to keep our hands pressed, twist to the right. Back to center, keeping them pressed, twist to the left. Back to center. Drop your hands by your side. Let's extend your feet out in front of you. They might be a little cranky. And let's just lift and lower your knees a little. And then we're going to take your feet wide. So you might, depending how this feels for you, you might want to come off of your cushion or bolster. We're going to take our feet as wide as is comfortable, okay? And then we're just going to let our hands go to our knees. Drag your right hand towards your right foot. And then we're going to switch the other side. You can lift the opposite knee as you go. So if you're reaching towards your right foot, you can lift your left knee. Just a little flow. Just kind of go with it. There's really no right or wrong way to do it, okay? We're just feeling our body, feeling the flow. You can let your head hang. All right, take your left leg. We're gonna bend it behind you. So to do that, take your foot as close as you can to your bum and then take it back, okay? If we try to just take it back, that's gonna pull too much on our knees. So bring your foot in as close as you can to your bum and then back, okay? And then maybe make your front leg a little wider. We're going to reach for our right big toe. So we're feeling this in our adductors, our inner thigh muscles. Reach your left arm up and over by your ear. Sweep it down in front of you and then back. Some arm circles here as we're stretching into our hip flexors. 2 for 1. And then let's reverse your circle. All about the flow and the movement, okay? And then let's switch. So take your left foot again really close to your bum and then bring it in the front of you. Take that out to the side, your left leg. Right foot, you're going to bring in really close to your bum and then behind you, okay? If you don't like it going behind you, just take it to the inside of your thigh too, okay? That's all right also. Okay, spread your left leg a little bit wider. Get that stretch in there. Reach with your left hand, and then we're going to start to sweep your right hand. You can, if you feel like you're tipping, you can bring your left hand behind you for some support too. Find your breath, the movement, okay? And then let's go ahead and sweep your hand. I'll put a link to a Spotify playlist on here, so if you want some music with this, it's kind of fun. All right. Let's go ahead, bring the bottoms of our feet together, bound angle pose. If it's too pinched in your knees, you can bring your feet in front of you, or you can bring them in more to a butterfly. And we're going to take our forearms and just kind of press a little bit. Just feel that a little bit, that press, that stretch. Walk your hands to the pinky toe side of your foot, pull your toes in towards you. And then let's reach them down. We're going to come up to kneeling. So if you want any cushioning for your knees, take one of your blankets or towels and put it under your knees. Okay. All right, so we're kneeling now. We're going to extend your right foot out, toes pointing straight forward. Okay. Extend your left hand, your right arm down your right leg. Left arm goes by your left ear. And then again, we're going to sweep it around. So just start to sweep your left hand. Flowing and moving here. And then let's reverse your circle. Notice how that feels. All right, and then let's come down. So our leg is still extended. We're going to come down here. Take your right hand to the back of your head. Reach your right elbow to the sky. Extend your right arm up, and then we're going to take it behind our left hand. Come all the way down. So you're going to thread the needle. And then we're going to take it back up. And then back down. You can land, or you can just kind of pull up and down here. It's your call, whatever feels best to you. All right, let your right hand land. Bring your right leg back. Now your left leg's going to extend out to the left. Check that your arch intersects your knee. Come up. Okay. Left toes are pointing straight forward. Left hand to left leg. Right arm goes up, and start doing our circles here. And then let's reverse it. And let's take our hands down. Okay, so we're in an extended tabletop here. Left hand to the back of your head. Reach up with your left elbow, and then arm extends up. Reach behind your right arm. Land yourself down if you want. Take a bend in your right elbow, and then we're going to reach it back up and back down. All right, let's come to tabletop now. Working our way around here. Come to tabletop. Again, you can adjust your towel or blanket if you want, that cushioning. We're going to extend your right foot back, point your toe, press through your heel, lift up your right leg, bend your knee. We're going to flex your foot, and we're just going to lift and lower. So keeping your foot parallel to the ceiling, almost like you're stamping the ceiling. Pull your ribs away from your shirt, press the mat away with your hands. Flowing here, getting some glute work in as we do that. And then you can drop your right knee down. Extend your left foot back, press through your heel. Take your left hip down, lift your left leg, bend your knee, foot's parallel to the ceiling, stamp the ceiling. Pull your low belly in. Let your left foot go down, tuck your toes. And we're just going to bring our bum back. Press yourself up to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. You can move your towel out of the way. And we're going to bend and straighten your leg here, okay? Press out. Extend your right foot back to the sky, point your toes, and then lower your left heel down. Bend your knee. Let's bring it to the center. Exhale back. Center again. Exhale back. Center again. Exhale back. This time, bend your knee and land your foot to the right, on the right side of your right pinky, okay? So we're in a high dragon. If you don't like this, you can lower down onto your knee and come to a low dragon, okay? So in a high dragon. From here, take your left hand a little, maybe like an inch closer to your midline. Reach up with your right hand. We're sinking into our front leg. We're lifting through our back leg. So imagine there's a string on your back thigh. You're lifting it up. Right wrist is over right shoulder. Press through your left heel. And then let's sweep your right hand down. We're going to come down onto your left knee and then just kind of adjust your knee so you kind of roll forward onto that fatty part right above your knee on the left side, okay? Bend your left foot as close as you can to your bum. We're going to reach up with our right hand, swing it back behind us, see if we can find our foot, and open up through our chest and our quads. Sweep your right hand down. Tuck your left toe. Right foot goes all the way to the sky to a three-legged dog. Bring yourself forward into a three-legged plank now, keeping your right foot up. Point your toe. Let your right foot go down. Let's pedal it back out here. Inhale your left foot behind you. Drop into your right heel. Bend your left knee to center. Extend it back. Center. And back. Center. And back. Bend your left knee, land your left foot to the pinky toe side of your left hand. So you're in high lunge here, or low lunge, your call. Take your right hand about an inch closer to your midline. Sink into your left hip. Press through your right heel, reach your left hand to the sky, wrist over shoulder. Lift that back thigh, imagine there's a string. And then sweep your left hand down. Let's come onto your right knee and then adjust so that you roll forward more onto that fatty part above your kneecap. Bend your right foot as close as you can to your bum. Left hand goes in front of you and then sweep it back and try to grab onto your right foot. This one side might be harder than the other. Open up through your chest. You can always roll to your pinky toe of your left foot, that front foot, okay? Reach up. Slowly drop that down. Left hand goes back. Press the mat away. Tuck your right toe. Come to down dog, but keep your left foot in the sky. Three-legged dog, and then bring yourself to plank. Okay, you got this. Point your toe. Back to downward facing dog. Whew. All right, we got to wiggle it out. We're going with the flow here, right? We're flowing. Let's step it wide. I know. And then let's just swing your hips side to side here. You can let your heels lift up and take them with you if you want on the way. Feels kind of nice. All right. From here, take your right hand a little bit more to center. Left hand goes to the right shin. Look up under your arm on your right side. And then bring it back. Left hand goes a little bit more to center. Right hand goes to left shin. Look up underneath. And then let's bring it back. Press it out really good here. All right, let's walk our feet back to hip width. We're going to, as slow as we can, walk our feet to our hands, okay? Noticing every step, every movement. And then we're going to take a nice bend in our legs. So our belly's laying on our tops of our thighs. All right, let's roll back, lift up your toes. So you're kind of on your heels, and just feel the 4 points of your foot. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Bring your hands to the front of your shins. And then let's start to straighten your leg. Bring your hands up a little bit more. Come to flat back. Elbows tuck in by your side. Bend your knees and let's come up to standing. Arms above your head. Reach up. Come all the way onto your tippy toes. Lifting up here. Try to keep your ankle over. Your heel over your ankle, okay? You might want to wiggle side to side. Try to keep it stable. And then we're going to bring our hands back down to our heart center. All right. We're still flowing here. So bring your arms up, palms together. We're going to reach to the left. Lift up your right leg, point it, and then tap it down, and then take it to the right. Lift up your left leg, point it. Almost like a ballerina point here. Just side to side here. You can go fast or slow. Just working on your balance a little. All right, from there, bring your hands to the top of your thighs. Let's heel toe your feet. And we're going to sink down to goddess, okay? So sink into goddess pose here. Hands, interlace your fingers, take them behind your head. Pull your elbows back. Drop it down. Notice that line from your bum to your crown. And then check your knees. Open up a little bit more. We're going to take your right elbow to your right side. Get a side crunch here. Pull your low belly in and then come up. Now really think about, as you're crunching down, engaging your obliques, engaging your side. Come back up. And then down. Back up. Find your breath. Down, exhale up. Sink it down a little bit more. Bring your arms out. Again, press away. Twist a little bit to the right, not a lot. Back to center. Twist to the left. A little bit, not a lot. Back up. We're going to straighten your legs. Shake it out here. Turn your toes so they're straight forward. Hands go to heart center. We're going to pick up your left foot slow as you can. And then bring it up by your right. Flex your toes. So your left leg is now at a 90. Hold it. Swing it back. Right leg goes up as slow as you can. to the left, 90, flex and hold, and then land it down. Let's do that again. Slow as you can. Left leg goes to the right. Whew. Flex your toes. Land it down. Lift up. All right, as slow as you can, flex your toes. And then take it back down. All right, let's turn your feet back out and we're just gonna dance side to side here. So start to bend into your right knee. You're gonna straighten your left leg. Your right arm's gonna go up and around, and then just bring your left arm up. So it's kind of this circling your upper body as you're bending through your lower body here. Working on all that balance, all that movement, all that flow that we just did. And your circle can look like whatever it wants to look like. You can reverse it. And when you're ready, bring it all up to center, into your heart center. And we're going to step back to the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart. Inhale your arms up. Hands to heart center. Bend your knees forward, fold. Flat back. Fingertips find the mat. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps back. Plank. And then press yourself forward. Press yourself back to down dog. Again, forward to plank. Back to down dog. Right foot extends behind you. Bend your knee. So you come to like wag the dog. And then we're going to point your right knee to the right. So you're going to lift up and open up there, okay? Point your knee back to the ground. We're going to land your right foot to the outside of your right hand again. Pinky toe side. We're going to come, this time we're going to come down onto your left knee, untuck your left toes, and then roll onto the pinky toe of your right foot. So you're really opening up into your right hip. This is like a runner's lunge here, okay? So really opening up here. You can press into your inner thigh a little bit by your hip. And you can rock it a little bit side to side. It might feel good in that flow. And then whenever you want, right arm can go to sky, reach back a little bit. And then sweep your right arm down. Okay, tuck your left toe. We're gonna sweep our right leg all the way back again, but let it land flat first. So lift up your left knee, take your right foot all the way back to three-legged dog. And we're going to bend your right knee into your left elbow this time. Hold. Take it back. Right knee to left elbow. Hold. Take it back. One more time. Hold. Take it back. We're going to take it one more time, and then we're going to extend our right leg forward like that, okay? Now you're probably feel like a pretzel right now, so let's just roll onto the side of your foot. So your left foot is on your big toe side, your right foot's on your pinky toe. Reach up for fallen triangle. Lift your hips, press the mat away. Sweep your left hand down, bring your right foot back. Whew. Pedal your dog, press. Lift your hips up, heels towards the mat, ears by your biceps. All right, left foot's gonna go to sky. Bend your left knee. Point your left knee to the left more. Open up. And then rotate your left knee down. Now land your left foot to the pinky toe side of your left hand. Slowly come down onto your right knee. Roll into the pinky toe of your left foot and adjust if you need to. I'm just going to rock here. You can start to come up and massage the inner part of your left leg, left thigh if you want. And then left arm can go to sky. Go ahead and sweep your left hand down. Bring your left foot flat to the floor. Tuck your right toes. Lift up your right knee. Left leg's going to go all the way back again. And then you can go ahead and land it down. All right, you ready? Left foot to sky. Bend your left knee to your right elbow. Exhale back. Inhale. Left knee to right elbow. Exhale back. Let's do it again. And back. And then on this fourth time, we're going to bend, straighten our left leg through. Rotate everything to this left on the side. And then extend your right arm up. Fallen triangle left side. Lift your hips. Sweep your right hand down, back to downward facing dog. Go ahead. Extend your right foot back. We're going to bend your knee and we're going to land your right foot down. Okay, so we're going to come to high lunge, but before we come up, your hands are down. You might want to walk your back foot up a little bit. We're going to lift our hands and let all the weight go to our right leg, and then we're going to come up. Okay, so we're in high lunge. All of our toes are pointing straight forward. Pulling our right hip crease back, sinking in our left hip crease is going forward. Press through that back heel, get that lift. Arms up, shoulders down. Shoulder blades touch each other, so take your elbows wider, okay? Low belly's in, tailbones down. Sink it a little bit more. Sink a little bit more. And then let's rotate your back foot just on your foot. So now that your back foot's parallel to the short end of the mat and your front foot is pointing straight forward, the heel of your front foot intersects the arch of your back. Warrior 2 feet, okay? Sink in, knee over ankle, arms up. Shoulder blades go back and down. Flip your palms to the sky. And just from your elbow to your wrist, rotate your palm down on both sides. Sink in, press to the pinky toe side of your back foot. Let's get ready to dance our warrior. Let's reach your right hand forward, sweep your right arm to sky, left arm goes down, and then you switch back to warrior 2, back to reverse, and just find your flow with your hands and your legs. You can move. And then when you're ready, let's bend your forearm. Let your forearm rest on top of your thigh. Left arm goes by left ear, extended side angle. Option to take your right arm to the ground. Press your bum back. Free your toes. And then start to straighten your front leg. Come into triangle, Trikonasana. You might want to come up a little bit if you feel like you're getting crankiness in your back. bring your bum back. Or if you have a block, that's when you can use that, okay? Keep a little bend in your front leg. Let's bend it a lot, come out of that. We're just gonna rotate our feet. So now that our right foot is parallel to the short end of the mat, the left foot's forward. Check your heel to arch alignment. Check your back foot. It might want to turn a little bit more forward. Your call on that one. Let's come to our warrior two. Flip your palms to the sky. And just from your elbow to your wrist, rotate down. Sink in. Pull your low belly back, tailbones down. We're going to dance on this side. Reach forward with your left hand, back with your right. Just take it wherever you want to go. And then when you're ready, back to your warrior two. Bend your left forearm onto the top of your left thigh. Right arm goes by your right ear, extended side angle. Option to bring your left hand to the ground or a block. Keeping that long line, bring your bum back, lift your toes up. And then start to straighten your front leg. And then you can lift up a little bit, your triangle. So we don't want our triangle like this. That's not a triangle. I don't know what that is. This is a triangle. Heart center is open, arms straight, legs strong. Nice bend in your front leg. Bum is back, low belly's in. And then let's bend through that. Back to warrior two. Pull everything up through the middle. Hands go to heart center, toes face forward, and then just wiggle yourself up. Okay, and then let's meet back up at the top. Inhale your arms up, hands to heart center, bend your knees. Fingertips to ground, right foot back, left foot back. Take your plank. Roll back to down dog. Forward to plank. Back to down dog. Back to plank. Back. And forward. Low belly stays in. And back. Couple more here. Find your breath with this. So our core is not just our belly, right? It's our back too. So got that engaged. Keep that strong. Help support us all the way around. All right, right foot extends back. We're going to bend your knee again. This time we're going to land it between your hands and come down onto your knees. So we're in a low lunge, okay? Again, let your hands hover. Find your balance in your front leg before you come up. Sink down. Arms go up, elbows go back. Like you've got this globe or this huge beach ball you're holding on to. We're going to take it to the left, back to center, and then take it to the right, and then back to center. Just let it flow. Flow with our beach ball here. Reach up, look up, and then let your hands land. We're going to just wiggle your foot straight, okay? So you come onto your heel. Your hands should be on about each side of your knee, your right knee, about shoulder width, okay? If you have blocks, it's always a good time to use your blocks in this pose. But if you don't have them, that's okay too. Some people like to come onto their knuckles, okay? So back is straight. Option to take your right hand and give your toes a nice stretch here. Keep a bend in your knee. Ardha Hanuman, half monkey pose. All right, let's take your right knee all the way back behind you, lift it up and point, and then you can lower it down. And then let's just take your hips side to side. And let's do the other side. Tuck your toes back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Press it out here. Left foot extends behind you. Point your toes. Land your left foot between your hands. Lower onto your right knee. Stay low. Lift your hands, hover. Get all the weight to your left foot and then come up. Okay. Find your beach ball. Elbows go back. Low belly's in, tailbones down. Left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. Okay. It's a lot going on, I know. Free your toes. Chin's parallel to the floor. Take your beach ball to the left. Back to center. Take it to the right. And then just flow here with it. However you want to. And when you're ready, let's look up at your beach ball. And then let your fingertips land. Wiggle your front foot till you come up onto your heel. Wiggle. Okay. And adjust so you feel okay, all right? Option to grab onto your left toes with your left hand, keeping a bend in your knee. Back is long. And then land your left hand down. Bring your right left leg all the way back behind you and lift up. And then lower your knee down. Let's bring our toes together, knees go wide. We're going to go into child's pose. Rest your head on the mat. All right, let's come up. We're going to come back to seated, and let's bring your right foot so it goes to the inside of your left thigh. Extend your left leg out. You're going to take your right hand behind you, maybe 6 inches to your right thigh and behind you there. And we're just going to bring our weight forward. Reach your left arm up and swing around and back down. Let's do that again. Sweep up and back down. Again, up and back down. One more time. All right. Then take your left leg and we're going to swing it all the way to the outside of our right thigh. So now we've come into a half Lord of the Fishes pose, okay? So get really tall here. Pull your low belly in when you do this. Right arm's going to sweep around, grab on to your left leg. And again, we're tall. Left arm's going to wiggle, crawl behind you. Chin's parallel to the floor, look over your left chin. Again, pull that low belly in. and then unwind. Let's do the other side. So extend your right leg out. Bring the bottom of your left foot towards your inner right leg, right thigh. Left hand goes to the side. Sweep up and forward with your right arm. Look up and back. You can bring it back down. Inhale up and back. You might want to stay on your mat. You don't want to scoot yourself off. It's a little more comfortable. And back. And let's reach back. And let's just do it one more time. So it feels so good. And back. All right, right leg. Sweep it all the way around to the outside of your left thigh. Adjust, okay? Adjust your bum, sit bones. Left arm's gonna sweep around, grab onto your right leg, pull it in really tall. Pull your low belly in. Right hand's gonna finger crawl. You're gonna look over your right shoulder, keeping your chin parallel to the floor. Back is long. Crawl it a little bit more if you want. Pull your shoulder back. And then we're gonna unwind that. All right. Let's take ourselves to our backs on our mat. We're gonna do a couple more poses here before we roll into our short Savasana and then into our Yoga Nidra practice. So bring your heels as close as you can to your bum, okay? And your feet are hip width apart. So thighs, knees, feet, everything's making the number 11, all right? Press your head in the mat, walk your shoulder blades down. Arms can go at your side. I like to make a fist, pull it down so it's on the back part of my upper arm, okay? For just a little bit more support. Pull your low belly, we're gonna lift up to bridge. Come up onto your tippy toes, slowly lower down. And then we're gonna do that again, lift up. And then slowly lower down. Last thing to lower will be your heels. One more time, lift up. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other and then come down. Let's just do it one more time. I know I said it before, but it's good. And then come down. All right, let's heel toe your feet to the edge of your mat and drop your knees side to side. Some windshield wipers. And we're going to bring our feet back to hip width apart. Cross your right ankle so it's to the outside of your left knee and then lift up, okay? We're coming to a figure 4. Flex all your toes. So point all your toes to your shins. Reach through that space you made. Grab onto the back of your left thigh. Interlace your fingers, okay? And then with your right forearm, kind of press your right inner thigh away a little bit and drop your shoulders down. And tuck your chin. So we got a lot going on. We have toes flexed, pressing into our inner thigh, shoulders down, chin tucked. Great hip stretch here. And then we're going to take your knee and cross it as far as you can over. Grab onto the tops of your feet and take a bicycle ride. So you can flow through your ride here. And then let's unwind that. Take your left ankle to the outside of your right foot now, okay? Flex all your toes. Reach through that space you made. Interlace your fingers. Press your inner left thigh away with your left forearm. Drop your shoulders down. Tuck your chin. And then let's let your left leg cross over a little more. Find the tops of your feet and just roll it side to side here. All right. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest, and we're going to let your feet land. And let's go ahead. We're going to take a short Savasana here. Extend your legs out. And if you feel any pinchiness in your low back, just point your hips to your thighs. Otherwise, you can extend out. You can even roll your blankets up and put under your knees. Sometimes that feels good. Options. Whatever feels the best to you. Press your head on the mat. Pick up your shoulder blades and lower them down. Palms face up. When you're ready, start to bring some movement back to your fingertips and your toes. Maybe squeeze your fists. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. We're going to transition into our Yin practice now. So bring the bottoms of your feet together. The reclined bound ankle pose or reclined Baddha Konasana. And again, if anything feels uncomfortable or painful, please come out of the pose. Listen to your body. If you need to stop and take a break, do so at any time. And Yin will hold these poses for a little bit longer so we can allow the cartilage, connective tissue to loosen. And you might be able to find after time, you can sink a little bit deeper into your pose, finding a new edge. The edge is just where we naturally stop. Nothing's forced. Bring your hands to each side of your thighs. Start to bring your legs back up. Let your knees touch as your feet walk wide to the mat. So your knees are touching each other. Your feet are either as wide as your hips or a little bit wider. We're just going to counter that bound angle pose a little bit here. So in yoga, Yin, Vinyasa, any type of yoga, we are bringing movement together with awareness. And in building that awareness of our own body, we're deepening these pathways in our brain to become more aware of our own self, how we feel, how we react, what causes us to do something. And by practicing that on the mat, we can take that out with us into our everyday life to help us make better choices for ourselves, help us to maybe interact more peacefully, more calmly, and to hopefully pass that on to someone else. It's like a ripple, right? A ripple in the water, a drop in the ocean. It affects the entire ocean, even though it's so small. That's what yoga practice is. It's just a practice of awareness of ourself. All right, go ahead and bring your feet back in. Lift up your hips. I have to readjust here a little bit. Go ahead and take one of your blankets or your towels and try to make it as big as you can, as tall as you can, okay? We're gonna press our feet in the mat, lift up our hips, and put that blanket underneath, right underneath your sacrum there. So right under that flat bone, okay? We don't wanna press anything onto our spine or our low back, okay? That's why I don't usually like to do this with blocks, because sometimes I feel like the blocks can be too hard. I like to use a blanket a little bit more. So this is just a supported bridge. You can go higher if you feel like you want to. You don't have to. The idea is that we're opening up through the chest here, okay? You can feel that weight going towards your shoulders, but make sure your low back is still supported, all right? All right, let's go ahead and lift up. You can remove your blanket now. And we're gonna take your left leg, keep it bent next to you, and then we're gonna bend your right foot to the sky. Your foot's parallel to the ceiling. And just grab onto the back, inner back part of your right heel, okay? So we're gonna come to happy baby here, or a half happy baby pose. Left arm can go up by your ear if you want. You can grab onto your right ear and kind of take it to your left if that feels good. All right, and let your right foot come down. Take your head back straight, your left arm down. And then we're gonna reach through the inner left heel on the left side. Take your foot parallel to the sky. Come to half happy baby on the left. And then your right arm can go up, reach around for your left ear and just gently hold it. All right, and let your left foot come back down. We're gonna bend both our knees to our chest. Hug your knees in and just gently rock side to side here. And then we're gonna take it all the way to the side. And we're going to come up to seated here. And we're gonna come all the way around onto our knees, okay? So come to tabletop. Now, if you feel, since we're in these poses a little bit longer, it is nice to have a little bit of cushioning under your knees, okay? So we'll come onto our knees here. So to tabletop. And then we're gonna take your right foot to the pinky toe side of your right hand. We did that in the first part of this practice. And then tuck your left toes and walk your left foot down, okay? So you're really sinking in to your right hip flexor, okay? So this is dragon pose. I'm just gonna be here for a few moments. There is option depending on how flexible you are, if you wanna come onto your forearms or onto a blanket or a block. You choose where you wanna be here, okay? And every day can be a little different, all right? So just be where you need to be. All right, and then when you're ready, you can go ahead and bring your bum back. Let's straighten your leg. Roll back here. You have your block, or you can come up a little bit. Grab onto your right toes with your right hand. So this is half monkey or Ardha Hanuman. Keeping a little bend in your extended legs knee, okay? All right, let's bend your knee and come back forward here. Come back with your hands in between. So on the inside part of your left thigh. We're gonna roll into the pinky toe side. If you need to roll forward a little bit to come onto that fatty tissue above your left knee, you can. And then you can walk your left hand in a little bit, and we're just gonna come up, kind of roll onto the pinky toe side. So we're in our runner's lunge here, or winged dragon is what it's also called. Just for a moment. You can come onto your forearm if that feels better and not pinching into your wrist so much. Option to bring your right arm behind your low back if you want. Bring your right hand back in, come back up onto your left hand, and then roll your foot flat, okay? And then we're gonna bring your right foot behind you. And just notice how your right side feels compared to your left. So we haven't done anything on our left side yet. All right, here we go. You ready? So let's take your left foot, bring it up into the pinky toe side of your left hand, tuck your right toes and walk your right knee down, okay? So we're gonna do our dragon. So make sure you're comfortable here. Option to come up on a block or forearm down, whatever your level of flexibility is, okay? Slowly come up. Start to roll your bum back. Maybe grab your block if you have it. And come onto your left heel. Okay. Pull your low belly in. Keep your back straight. Option to grab your toes with your left hand. All right, let's bend your left knee, come back forward here. And you might need to adjust your back leg. Make sure you're comfortable. Roll into the pinky toe side of your left foot. We'll come into our winged dragon or runner's lunge on this side. Option to come onto your right forearm if that feels better. Let's bring your left hand back inside. Come back up on your right forearm. Bring your left foot flat. And then we'll take it back behind us. Okay. Let's tuck our toes. Let's press to down dog just to kind of recalibrate everything here. Press it out a little bit. Lift your hips. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. And then let's go ahead and come to our knees. And then come onto your forearms. And then let's extend your feet out and then all the way to your belly, okay? So your elbows are under your shoulders. We're gonna come to Sphinx pose. This is a great back bend. You don't have to be on your blanket for this. If you don't want to, it's really for our knees, for cushioning. Okay, you're gonna get more of a bend if you're not on your blanket. Okay, so if this feels too pinchy on your back, just walk your elbows forward, okay? Bring your palms together. Your feet are the shoelace parts touching the mat, okay? And we're really just gonna sink in here. If anything's bothering you, adjust it. If this is not enough for you, if you want more of a back bend, you can take your fingers to the edge of your mat and come to more of a seal pose. But this is pretty intense, okay? So I would suggest to stay more in a Sphinx unless you're in more flexible. Okay. And you can always bring your palms together. You can rest you have your block, you can rest your forehead on your block. Sink in here. Bring your hands to each side of your heart center. Your elbows are straight back. Tuck your toes. Press yourself all the way back. We're going to come to child's, but we're going to do a wide-legged child's or tadpole. So bring your toes together, take your knees wide, and then take one of your blankets and make a nice roll out of it and put it on the back of your calves. And then we're going to sink down here. Really sink into our hips here. Let your forehead rest on the mat, your palms feeling the earth beneath you. All right, from there we're going to press up. Oh yeah, bring your knees together. Walk your hands forward. Come back to tabletop. We're going to tuck our toes, bring our hips back. Walk your hips out here. Paddle your feet. You can even bend and straighten and really go for it here. We're going to slowly walk our feet forward a couple steps. Walk your hands back. So you're kind of dangling like this. You're hanging over. And then we're going to heel toe our feet. So now that our feet are a little bit wider than our hips, we're just going to start to sit down into a nice squat, okay? You might need to adjust your stance or even take a block if you have a block or something in front of you. Sometimes it's nice to hold on to just to stabilize you, okay? So I'm going to take our squat here. And if you're not in a squatting mood, you can take a couple blocks like that behind you and just sit down, okay? Back is long, pressing your elbows into your inner thighs. If you don't have a block, you can always come up and out of it if it's getting too much and just kind of rock side to side, okay? I know it's easier with the blocks, and if not everyone has them, it's not really fair to hold people in these poses. And then we're going to press up. And then let's just walk our hips side to side here. Okay. And then walk your hands forward. So now you're in like a wide-legged downward dog, and then bring your feet back to hip width. Roll yourself back to a nice plank here. Press the mat away. Shoulders are back. Press through your heels. And then drop your knees down. We're going to come back onto our belly. All right. And then take your left knee so that it is in line with your left hip. So you're going to do a hip to knee, knee to ankle alignment. So we're doing a half frog. Make yourself a forearm pillow. You can rest your head on the side here. Let's go ahead and bring your left leg back. We're going to bend your right knee and bring it up now. Again, check your hip to knee, knee to ankle alignment. Let your head rest towards the right. All right. We're going to roll to your side now. And then bring your knees up as absolutely closely as you can, okay? To your head. And then we're going to let your top leg extend out in front of you. You can grab onto it with your right hand if you want. So you're grabbing onto your left toes with your right hand. Option to bring your right foot behind you and grab on with your left hand. If you have a strap, this can be a little bit more accommodating, and you don't have to grab onto that back foot if you don't want to, okay? Just there if you can, if you want to. And then if you're not grabbing onto it, just extend your left hand at shoulder height to your left, and then just try to bring your upper body so you're looking towards your left. Yeah, that's really hard to do without a strap. And then let's go ahead and bend your legs in into your chest. And then we're just going to roll onto our back and then take it to the other side. So take your knees, hug them really close in, as close up as you can. To adjust here a little bit. Close up as you can. Extend your top leg out. Grab onto it with your left hand. So your left toes are grabbing onto your right toes, and then you can walk your bottom leg, left leg down. You can grab onto it if you want, or if you have a strap, or you can just take your right arm to the right and reach, and then look to your right. And then let's go ahead and bring your knees back in toward your chest, and then roll back onto your backs. Press your head on the mat. Walk your shoulder blades down. And we're just going to do a full happy baby here. Bring your feet parallel to the ceiling and just rock side to side here. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and set up for Savasana. So we're going to be here for a while. We're going to go into our Yoga Nidra practice from Savasana. So make sure that you're comfortable. Make sure there's not any pain, pinching, weakness, any imbalances. And if you feel any discomfort in your low back, you can always bend your knees and point your hips towards your knees, or even take your rolled up blanket and put it underneath your knees, okay? Really make yourself comfortable, because we'll do a little bit of a longer Yoga Nidra practice, okay? So this is option. If you need to move somewhere else that's more comfortable for you, please do so, okay? Welcome to your Yoga Nidra practice. Allow yourself to settle into stillness. Make sure you're comfortably supported. And let your legs rest comfortably. Allow your arms to fall away from your sides. Palms can turn upward if that feels okay. Make any final adjustments, maybe a cushion under your head, a bolster under your knees, maybe a warm blanket, maybe you need a sip of water. Give yourself permission to become very comfortable. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing you need to accomplish, nothing you need to perfect. Just begin to notice the weight of your body against the earth, the back of your head, your shoulders, your arms, your pelvis, your legs, even your heels. Feel how gravity is gently drawing you downward. You do not need to hold yourself up anymore. The earth is holding you. Take a slow breath through your nose and release it gently. Again, breathing in and breathing out. One more time. A full, easy breath in, a long, unhurried breath out. Now allow your breath to return to its own natural rhythm. No controlling, no improving, just noticing. Imagine that somewhere nearby you can hear water, perhaps a quiet stream, a river moving over smooth stones, water arriving and water leaving. Never exactly the same from one moment to the next. Your breath is like this. Arriving and leaving, arriving and leaving. You do not have to make the river flow, and you do not have to make yourself breathe. Something deeper already knows how. For this practice, allow yourself to practice the art of not forcing. Yoga Nidra is not something you need to be good at. You may hear every word, you may drift in and out, you may fall asleep. You may remain completely aware. Whatever happens is part of your practice. Let yourself rest like a leaf resting on the surface of a quiet river. Supported, carried, and safe to soften. Now bring your awareness gently towards your heart. Imagine a small pool of perfectly still water there. It's clear, it's quiet, it's undisturbed. And from this place, invite a simple intention to arise, a Sankalpa. This is a short statement of something you would like to nurture within yourself, an intention. Perhaps, I trust the flow of my life, or I meet change with softness and strength, or simply, I am willing to flow. Choose words that feel true for you, not something you have to force yourself to believe. Something that you are willing to grow toward. And repeat whatever your intention is slowly 3 times. Slowly with feeling. And now release the words. Just like if you were placing a small leaf onto moving water. You do not need to chase it. You have planted the intention. Now allow the practice to carry you. We will begin to move awareness through the body. There is no need to physically move. Simply hear each part of the body and just feel it. And allow your awareness to flow onward, like water traveling through the landscape. Now bring awareness to your right hand, your right thumb, your second finger, your third finger, your fourth finger, your little finger, the palm of the hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, right armpit, right side of the waist, right hip, right thigh, knee, shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Feel the whole right side of the body. Now the left hand, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left armpit, left side of the waist, left hip, left thigh, knee, shin, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Feel the whole left side of the body. Feel the whole left and right side of the body. Bring awareness to both feet together, both ankles, both lower legs, both knees, both thighs, both hips, both feet together, heavy, supported, completely at rest. Awareness moves to the back of the body, back of the head, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the space between the shoulder blades, middle back, lower back, right side of the pelvis, left side of the pelvis. The entire back body resting against the earth. And imagine the ground beneath you becoming warm and soft, like warm sand, and your body is leaving an impression without effort, nothing to hold, nothing to lift, nothing to support. Now move awareness to the top of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, space between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right cheek, left cheek, nose, tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, both lips together, jaw, chin, throat. Right collarbone, left collarbone, center of the chest, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, pelvis. Now feel the entire front of the body, the entire back of the body, the right side, the left side, the whole body together. One field of sensation, one landscape. Perhaps imagine a gentle current of water moving through the body, from the crown of your head, through your throat, your heart, your belly, your pelvis, your legs, all the way to your toes, and then flowing back up again. Nothing blocked, nothing hurried, simply moving. Bring your attention now to your natural breath. Notice where you feel it most clearly. Perhaps the nostrils, maybe the chest, maybe it's in the belly. Do not change anything. Simply witness the movement. Imagine the breath as a tide. The inhale comes toward the shore. The exhale moves away. Inhale, the tide rises. Exhale, the tide recedes. There is no moment when the ocean wonders whether another wave will come. It simply moves according to its nature. Allow yourself to trust your breath in the same way. Begin silently counting backward with each exhalation, starting at 27. Breathe in naturally, breathe out 27. Breathe in, breathe out 26. Continue counting backward. If you lose your place, simply begin again at 27. There is no frustration. No judgment. The point is not reaching zero. The practice is returning. Now let go of the counting. Return to the sensation of breathing. Feel the whole body breathing as though the boundaries of your body have become softer, as though breath could move through every pore of your skin, the whole body receiving, the whole body releasing. Now we will explore opposite sensations. There's nothing you need to physically change. Simply awaken the memory of each feeling. First, we start with heaviness. Feel the body become very heavy. Heavy legs, heavy arms, heavy head, as though your body were sinking gently into warm sand, completely supported and completely surrendered, heavy. Now invite the opposite, light. Imagine your body becoming incredibly light, almost weightless, as though you were floating on perfectly calm water. The water carries your entire weight and nothing presses downward. Nothing needs to work. Light, floating, effortless. Now experience stillness. A mountain lake before sunrise. No wind, no ripples. Perfectly still. Let that stillness enter the body. And now movement, a river, a wave, rain sliding down a window, the subtle dance of water constantly changing shape. Feel movement even within stillness, your heartbeat, your breath, the quiet currents inside of you. Stillness and movement, rest and flow, neither one opposing the other, both belonging. Feel strength, steady, grounded, resilient. And softness, yielding, open, receptive. strength and softness together like water, soft enough to pour through your hands, yet powerful enough to shape stone. Imagine now that you are standing beside a river. It may be a river you know, or one you created entirely by your imagination. There's nothing you need to see perfectly. Simply sense yourself there. Notice the air against your skin, the earth beneath your feet. Maybe sunlight filters through trees overhead, and beside you, the river moves. Clear water traveling over smooth stones. Listen. Notice that the river never moves in a perfectly straight line. It curves, it circles, it slows, it gathers speed, and sometimes it becomes completely still. Sometimes it tumbles over rocks, and yet it continues. Begin walking beside the river slowly. There is no destination. You are simply following the water. Perhaps you notice a fallen branch in the water. The water does not fight it. It moves around it. Maybe a large stone divides the current. The river simply finds another way. No anger, no judgment, no belief that the obstacle should not be there. Only response, only movement, only flow. Consider for a moment something in your own life you've been pushing against. You do not need to solve it. You do not even need to name it clearly. Simply sense the feeling of resistance. And imagine placing that resistance into the river. Watch what the water does. It doesn't demand that you let go. It doesn't pull anything from your hands. It simply offers movement. Maybe you can loosen your grip just a little and continue walking. Ahead, the river widens. The current becomes slower. The surface smooths. And you find a place where the water is calm and clear. You sit beside it. Look into the surface. At first, you may see reflections, sky, clouds, trees, light. And then imagine seeing your own reflection, not the face you present to the world, something quieter, something underneath all the roles you play, all the ways you try to get things right, just you. Water never asks itself whether it's flowing correctly. The wave does not compare itself to another wave. A river does not apologize for changing direction. The ocean does not become less itself when it becomes rain. And rain does not lose itself when it becomes a river. Form changes, essence remains. Perhaps you can allow yourself the same freedom. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to move differently. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to begin again. Changing direction does not mean you are lost. Resting does not mean you have stopped. Softness does not mean weakness. Perhaps this is the deeper dance, not memorizing every step, not knowing exactly what happens next, but listening closely enough to respond. Life moves, you move with it, sometimes leading, sometimes following, sometimes completely still, but always part of the dance. And begin to rest here. Nothing to become, nothing to prove, nothing to chase for this moment. Just simply be. And now allow all the imagery to dissolve. There's no river, no ocean, no place you need to imagine. Only awareness, only breath, and only rest. And notice that even when the body is completely still, life continues moving within you. Breath rises and falls, heart beats, blood flows, cells change. Life dances quietly beneath the surface, and you don't have to orchestrate any of it. Rest in that knowing that there are things within you that already know how to flow. Bring your awareness once again toward your heart. Return to the intention you chose earlier. Maybe it was, I trust the flow of my life. I meet change with softness and strength. I'm willing to flow. Or your own words. And repeat your intention or your Sankalpa silently 3 times. Plan it gently, no forcing, like rain entering the earth. We'll start to begin to notice your physical body. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice the temperature of the air. Listen to the sounds around you. Sounds nearby, sounds far away. And notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Begin to deepen your breath. Further inhale. A longer exhale. Maybe bring some gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. Slowly circle your wrists or your ankles. Maybe stretch your arms overhead. Move in whatever way your body asks you to move. There's no choreography. Listen, respond. Let the first movements after stillness become their own quiet dance. When you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and maybe roll to your favorite side. And just rest there. Notice how it feels to be between stillness and movement, between resting and doing. And remember, you do not need to know every turn of the river before you begin. You do not need to force open what is not ready. You do not need to move through life in a straight line. Water teaches another way, to soften without disappearing, to move without rushing, to meet what is there and find the opening, and to rest when it's needed. And begin moving again when the current returns. When you're ready, slowly return. Carry this river with you, the lessons of the river. Carry this softness, carry this quiet strength. May you meet what comes with less resistance. May you trust the wisdom of your own rhythm. And may you remember that even in stillness, you are part of something moving, something changing, something alive. The river continues, and so do you. Namaste.